The Iver Huitfeldt-class frigate of the Royal Danish Navy is generally ignored, but is one of the most notable surface combatants. It has an unprecedented modularity. However, no one except Denmark has chosen this level of flexibility yet. Why? As the weapon detective, we're investigating the Iver Huitfeldt-class, the floating Lego, and the answer to this question. Calling the Iver Huitfeldt-class the floating Lego may sound like a cliché, but how else can we properly define it? The three frigates of this class possess matchless modularity. However, even though the Indonesians and the Brits ordered Iver Huitfeldt-class based frigates, no nation has yet chosen their modular design. Why? Before seeking possible answers, let's briefly look at the history and features of the Iver Huitfeldt-class. In the early 1980s, the Royal Danish Navy decided to replace its Slugen-class torpedo boats, Sun-class coastal minesweepers, and Daphne-class patrol boats. Instead of building dedicated ships for each role, the Danish naval engineers adopted the concept of a single vessel design that could be modified to undertake a particular mission when needed. Thanks to containerized systems, this was possible. The different types of mission payloads built into modules could be fitted into standardized slots aboard the ship when needed. This modular mission payload system was called Standard Flex, shortly STAMFlex. So, the naval Lego design principle came to life with the Huitfeldt-class patrol vessel. Within a short time, the STAMFlex modular mission payloads could be swapped out, allowing the ship to switch between roles as needed. The Royal Danish Navy was satisfied with the new system and commissioned or modified many other vessels with the same design criteria. Today, the STAMFlex modules can be fitted to the Royal Danish Navy's Diana and Knud Rasmussen-class patrol vessels and Absalon and Thetis-class frigates. Even the MSF-class drone minehunters can use them. Denmark decommissioned the Niels-Juel-class corvettes and Huitfeldt-class patrol vessels with STAMFlex capabilities. The Iver Huitfeldt-class frigates are the latest members of this design tradition. In 2000, Denmark decided to replace old-fashioned surface combatants with two new types of ships. The first step was the construction of two Absalon-class flexible support ships, a hybrid of a frigate and a military transport ship featuring multiple role capabilities. The term flexible support ships was preferred to avoid antagonizing Russia. Yet, in 2020, the Royal Danish Navy would redefine the Absalon-class as an anti-submarine warfare frigate. The second step, the Iver Huitfeldt-class, was designed as patrol ships. Thanks to its air defense and command capabilities, it would also be able to participate in NATO's standing naval forces, including participation in NATO's response force. Copenhagen approved the construction of three Iver Huitfeldt-class vessels in 2004 and signed a contract with Onze Stål Skibsværft AS in 2006. To reduce costs, three frigates' numerous subcomponents, including most of the weapon systems, were reused from the previous Niels-Juel-class corvettes and the Huitfeldt-class patrol vessels. The Iver Huitfeldt-class ships were constructed in blocks in Estonia and Lithuania. These blocks were then towed to the Onze Stål Skibsværft AS in Denmark, where they were assembled. This allowed the simultaneous construction of three frigates and further cost reduction. The cost of the Iver Huitfeldt-class is considerably lower than those of the other modern frigates of the Western navies. The first ship of the class, KDM Iver Huitfeldt, was laid down on June 2, 2008, launched on March 11, 2010, and commissioned on January 21, 2011. The remaining two frigates, KDM Piravilamos and KDM Niels-Juel, joined the fleet in the same year. The ship's stealthy design reduces radar, infrared, acoustic, and magnetic signatures. The hull consists of 7 layers of deck and 15 watertight compartments. The wide hull of the Iver Huitfeldt-class allows for a more suitable space for the installation. The hull design enables the maintenance of high speed on the high seas. The location of the ship's funnels is asymmetrical to prevent the exhaust gases from damaging the radars. Denmark targeted total life cycle costs and applied principles from commercial shipping that focus on reducing crew costs, fuel costs, and emissions for the Iver Huitfeldt-class program. Thus, the frigate is mainly based on commercial off-the-shelf equipment. Its propulsion system offers one of the best fuel economies in its class. At 18 knots cruising speed, the Iver Huitfeldt-class consumes 31 tons of fuel daily. The frigate can reach 28 knots from 18 knots cruising speed in less than 120 seconds. The Iver Huitfeldt-class has a 1,205 horsepower bow thruster, which improves maneuverability in ports and shallow waters. A set of active stabilizers provides stability to the frigate. A 100-person crew can operate the frigate. The Iver Huitfeldt-class has additional space for 60 mission-dependent crew members. The frigate has 6 slots for the STEMFlex modular mission payload system. Each module is housed in a stainless steel container measuring 3 meters in length, 3.5 meters in width, and 2.5 meters in height. Modules with different types of weapons or equipment can be replaced within half an hour. After completing system tests, the Iver Huitfeldt-class is ready to deploy within a few hours. When replacing modules, the related standardized consoles in the Combat Information Center must be changed. The complement of the Iver Huitfeldt-class is about 117 people. The ship has a length of 138.7 meters, a beam of 19.8 meters, and a draught of 6.5 meters. Its fully loaded displacement is about 6,650 tons. The combined diesel and diesel propulsion system comprises 4 11,000 horsepower MTU 8000 20V M70 diesel engines. The top speed of the Iver Huitfeldt-class is about 28 knots. The range is 16,670 kilometers, in other words, 9,000 nautical miles. The L-band Smart-L air and surface surveillance radar can detect a maritime patrol aircraft from 400 kilometers and stealthy anti-ship missiles from 65 kilometers. It can track 1,000 airborne and 100 seaborne targets. The I-band APAR 3D radar can simultaneously track over 200 air targets out to 150 kilometers and over 150 surface targets out to 32 kilometers. It can simultaneously guide 32 semi-active radar homing missiles in flight, including 16 in the terminal guidance phase. The APAR also has surface naval gunfire support capability. The Ku-band CEROS 200 radar and optronic tracking fire control director directs the 76mm guns and 35mm close-in weapon system. Depending on the combination of STEMFlex modules, the frigate can carry up to 24 RIM-162 ESSM and up to 32 RIM-66L SM-2MR Block IIIA air defense missiles, up to 16 RGM-84 Harpoon anti-ship missiles, 2 76mm Super Rapido guns, 1 35mm Millennium close-in weapon system, and 2 324mm two-tube torpedo launchers with Mu-90 impact torpedoes. The RGM-84 Harpoon missile with a 222 kg semi-armor piercing warhead has a 124 km range and a maximum speed of Mach 0.86. The RIM-162 ESSM air defense missile, launched from the Mark 56 vertical launching system, has a range of 50 km and a maximum speed of Mach 4. The RIM-66L SM-2MR Block IIIA air defense missile, launched from the Mark 41 vertical launching system, has a range of over 160 km and a maximum speed of Mach 3.5. The 76mm Super Rapido has a rate of fire of 120 rounds per minute. The gun is effective against a surface target at 18 km and an aerial target at 8 km. Also known as the GDM-008, the Millennium has a rate of fire of 1,000 rounds per minute. It fires the ahead programmable ammunition. Each projectile disperses 152 small tungsten projectiles, which create a lethal cone-shaped cloud to strike the incoming target in a pre-designated area. The Millennium's effective range against air targets is 3,500 meters. The gun's ammunition capacity allows it to engage 10 anti-ship missiles or 20 surface targets. Thanks to the Mark 41 vertical launching system, the Iver Huitfeldt-class can fire Tomahawk cruise and RIM-174 SM-6 air defense missiles if required. However, Denmark does not currently possess the missiles. The Royal Danish Navy is currently considering replacing the forward 76mm Super Rapido with a 127mm Mark 45 gun. The frigate's hangar can accommodate a medium-sized helicopter, and its aft deck is suitable for operating 20-ton class helicopters. The Royal Danish Navy operates the ships with the MH-60 Romeos. The Iver Huitfeldt-class lost the tender in Australia and Canada to the Type 26-class frigate. Yet, Indonesia and the UK preferred a variant of this Danish surface combatant, the Type 31-class. Since the general design of the Iver Huitfeldt-class offers many capabilities at a low cost, these decisions are not surprising. Still, the Type 31-class is not as modular as the original Danish version. Why have the other countries not preferred the floating Lego concept? At first, modular surface combatants may seem like the best way for major navies to maintain an effective fleet at a low cost. However, this is not the case. A country should clearly define its navy's mission areas to keep the defense budget low. It should also have a minimum number of warships specifically designed according to the requirements of these mission areas and imminent threat scenarios. Multi-mission surface combatants are suitable for urgent deployments or reinforcement during crisis. For this reason, many major league navies do not require warships that can be rapidly modified depending on the mission definition. Yet, the Royal Danish Navy's main task is to patrol between Denmark, Greenland, and the Faroe Islands, a mission with a low-intensity conflict risk. NATO already keeps a sizable force ready against the Russian Navy's threat in this region. In a possible war, the Iver Huitfeldt-class can significantly contribute to the NATO joint fleet, not only in the North Atlantic, but also in the other regions. For example, in 2024, KDM Iver Huitfeldt joined the US-led coalition in safeguarding commercial traffic in the Red Sea against Houthi attacks. As you may see, the easily reconfigurable naval ships according to the risk level are a viable solution for Denmark. However, many other navies prefer directly well-armed ships rather than those that can be well-armed when necessary, as they constantly operate in risky areas. The international defense market is conservative. Many users only welcome revolutionary design concepts that come from their traditional suppliers. Denmark has not been one of them in the naval ship market. Besides, Danish design floating Lego concept looks good on paper, but no major league navy has preferred it. No one wants to acquire what no one has yet acquired. Therefore, many countries rely more on the products of suppliers such as France, the UK, and the USA, which design warships based on their operational experiences. For this reason, despite its apparent advantages, the floating Lego concept has not received the expected attention. Countries are only interested in the proven boat design of the Danish ship. This is a bizarre approach since the Iver Huitfeldt-class is currently among the best modern Western frigates and certainly the most cost-effective and versatile one. Thanks for watching our video. And please don't forget to subscribe to our channel and click the bell button to be notified of our new videos. Also, you can now click the join button to support our channel. And as always, we would greatly appreciate all of your likes, comments, and shares.